What revaluation does for us is that it basically turns someone who think is okay financially in just one swoop. You just become a poor man overnight. I remember when maybe in the early, about 4 or 5 years ago, when we had massive devaluation. We just described that that was when I think we were at about 210 naira to $1, and it jumped to about 450, 500 to $1. And what that means is that even if you got a 20% increase in salary, in 1 year, which is very difficult to achieve, it means you're actually poorer than the way you were just some weeks before that devaluation. One of the first things that people need to do is education. You describe that people are running businesses. They think, okay, I'm in the business of maybe manufacturing, food manufacturing, for example. And all what they're interested in is just knowing the operational side of the business. You need to, when you call yourself CEO, or you call yourself COO, or the other title that we love so much in Nigeria, Chama, there are so many other things that you need to be aware of, because they are strategic issues, but they affect the long-term value of your business. Number two thing is that when you are running a business, you need to know where you're going. Because if you don't know where you're going, every road is a road. What really are you looking at achieving with investment? If you want to go money, now money, you cannot go and be investing in agricultural plantations. Because plantation, you spend the money, you don't even see the things coming up out the ground in the next 6 months. So your decision will be different depending on your investment objective. So the first thing everybody should do is, what's really your investment objective? Then once you have your investment objectives clearly articulated, then you can now start talking about your investment strategy. Investment strategy is just about what kind of portfolio do I want to have? Where do I want to have them? How do I want to get them done? Do I have the time to manage them? If I don't have the time to manage them, who can manage them for me? In terms of investment options, there are so many investment options. First one, the easiest one, the lazy man's out. Okay, let me read that statement. Not necessarily the lazy man's out. Is investing on the stock exchange.
Okay.
Whether Nigeria Stock Exchange or London Stock Exchange or Johannesburg or New York Stock Exchange. It's lazy depending on which side you are on.
Okay.
It's lazy in the sense that if I can choose to buy certain shares, because I know the kind of corporate governance in those companies, I can go to sleep if I'm on the long-term game. That I'm not interested in the dividend payout policy, probably, and I know that this business is difficult for it to go bankrupt or for them to do shady deals, probably because I look at the board of directors, and I'm seeing people like Bukuma Woshika on the board. I'm seeing names like Folajola there, there are some names that when you see the names, you know that, okay, things are okay.
Right.
I can't see Bukuma Woshika's name on something, and I would be getting afraid. Once you go out of shares, one of the real lazy one, is the treasury bills. In the sense that it's guaranteed, it's risk-free. We call it risk-free investment. You are sure from day one, you know how much you are going to get. So, the kind of people I encourage to go for risk-free investment. In fact, risk-free investment should be minimal. I don't like putting minimum, but should be the major part of their portfolio. People who are retirees. One of that lazy ones for me, that helps me to manage that is mutual funds.
Okay.
I love mutual funds. So instead of me having to monitor the stock exchange on a daily basis, maybe if you are doing ARM or Stanbic or any of the other asset managers, those ones are employed to do it for you on a daily basis, And I think I can't remember if you started something like that sometime ago, But I know we've discussed it about where you bring people together and help them to fight. That's a safety net. Of course, there is also, especially for those people who are joining this program from places like Nigeria or other emerging markets economics like in Africa and Asia, for example, where you have a lot of volatility in their foreign exchange, in their FX, their currency, so where they live daily with a substantial FX risk, forex risk, I always encourage that, look, if you have free funds, okay, if instead of keeping it sitting in your bank account in your local currency, change it to more stable currencies like maybe US dollars or British pounds or the euros, and let it just be sitting there, And I know people who have made a fortune, But if you have some funds that are probably a bit idle, you might want to keep them in more stable currencies.
Right.
The major essence is not even of asset appreciation; it's more of asset preservation.
Yeah.
It's asset preservation. You want to preserve the value of your assets. And that's one of the things that we need to focus on when you look at your portfolio. There are some things that are delusive to your portfolio, or there are some things that are adding value to your portfolio.